All right, guys, today I want to talk about two-strike approach. And before I get into this, there was an article about the Toronto Blue Jays and the adjustments they made from 2024 to 2025 and some of the success they had. And one piece that I really took from the article was their hitting coach mentioned that sometimes you have to trade in your driver for your pitching wedge. And what was interesting was when their strikeouts went down, when they swung at less pitches out of the zone, when they put more balls in play with two strikes. What happened was their batting average went up. Now I know like slugging, OPS is kind of the stat that a lot of people are looking at right now, and I get it. But they mentioned batting average being a marker of consistency. And that's what they wanted to look at. They wanted to make sure they were consistent and steady even with two strikes. But what was interesting, as a result, from controlling their effort, from swinging more pitches in the zone, not swinging through as many pitches in the zone with two strikes, OPS went up, slugging went up. All those stats that you want to see go up did. So I think there's some things we can learn from that in regards to two-strike approach. So for me, there's two things in a two-strike approach. You have a physical adjustment and a mental adjustment. Let's talk about the physical adjustment first. So in regards to a physical adjustment, there's typically three types of adjustments that you're going to make. All right, so the first is choking up. Choking up, basically when I take my bottom hand, move it off the knob, bring it up a little bit. What it does, it helps me to control the bat a little more, brings the barrel a little closer to my hands. This is a nice adjustment that you can make that will help you with two strikes. It's gonna, because the bat is a little bit shorter, it's gonna make my swing a little bit shorter. It's gonna help me control the bat a little bit more and find the barrel to the ball a little bit more often. At least that's the hopes, right? Number two, what we can do is widen out a little bit. Now, this is something I want you to understand a little bit. Just because we widen up doesn't make our swing better. It doesn't make us a better hitter. Everyone moves a little bit differently in the box. Everyone rotates a little bit differently, but we can definitely get too wide where we don't rotate very well. And this, because like, let's say, right here, if I get to this point, I don't rotate very well because I'm almost over lengthened with my stride. It becomes a very upper body, handsy type of swing. Now, it's not a bad thing, right? Because sometimes we have to trade in a driver for a pitching wedge with our two-strike approach. So if we do get wide, understand that I'm not going to be able to generate as much from my lower half. Sometimes, again, depends on how you move and who you are as a hitter. Some are going to need a narrower base, some are going to need a wider base. But we can get too wide where, again, that becomes more of a handsy type of swing. So just understand who you are as a hitter and see if the widening out helps or hurts you. And then finally, the third adjustment is moving in the box. Me personally, I didn't like moving in the box, especially closer or further from the plate. The reason being is that when I was in the same spot in the box, I started to have pretty good strike zone awareness because I would see the ball, how it left the pitcher's hand, where it was in regards to my body. My eyes picked it up, and I was able to identify ball or strike earlier on. Now, if I move closer to the plate, that zone, that little window shifted. If I was further from the plate, that zone shifted, and I had more difficulty swinging at strikes and taking balls because my strike zone shifted when I got closer or further from the plate. So those are the three physical adjustments that are pretty common in a two-strike approach. Now let's talk about mental. For me, mental approach is the biggest adjustment that you can make with two strikes. There is a lot of times, and I know you've probably experienced it, I have too, but I know, okay, two strikes, I'm getting in the box, I'm looking middle away, whatever it is, right? The pitcher gets set, his leg lifts, he's starting to come to the plate, and then I get a little voice in my head that's like, all right, let's not look here. He's going to throw a fastball right here. We're going to get to it, and we're going to hit a homer to the pull side. Well, what happens when that little voice gets in our head and tells us that, and we start to anticipate or cheat to this ball? They throw us a slider down and away, and we swing through it, right? So being stubborn with your mental approach with two strikes is huge. That is something that we have to really, really commit to. If we're facing a pitcher with a good fastball, understand that if he throws it in here, we're going to have to tip our cap because we're most likely either not going to get there, we're going to freeze, or if we do swing, we're going to hit it right above our hands and get jammed. That's okay. We have to be okay with it. Most of the pitches we get with 2 strikes are going to be from just inside middle, maybe a ball inside middle, to the outer portion of the plate. That's where all the breaking balls are going to end up. That's where the majority of fastballs are going to end up. So this is the area of the plate we have to dominate. For me, I like to look about a ball on the outside portion of the point. So I like to look, this was where I was looking. If they threw it to the corner, it was about a 4-inch adjustment. I could get there. If they threw it in just a tick, this is about a 4-inch adjustment. I could get there. I still wasn't getting this one, but I needed to dominate this area of the plate. So from there, I knew I didn't have to cheat to get there because I had more time. I could make contact back over the plate. I didn't have to be out in front, right? And then finally, the link to bring the physical and the mental together that you will see with a lot of hitters is a lot of hitters, because they want to see the ball travel, because they feel like they're going to have a shorter swing with 2 strikes. What's going to happen is they start later. And when you start late, the ball gets all over you. You're not able to get your A swing off, even if we are controlling our effort and we're not swinging with the intensity that we would in a hitter's count, 2-0 count, for example. So to be on time, what we're looking for is we need to start early, make sure we land with balance, and really control our effort level. So we're going to start early, be on time, land with balance, land in a position where we can get our swing off when we need to. Again, we're looking at this area of the plate to dominate. Make sure we start early, we're on time, we land balanced. So now if we're on time for the fastball, we're not guessing with 2 strikes. We're on time for the fastball. We're on time here. Now we get the fastball, boom, we can get it. Now, since we land balanced, if it is a breaking ball, an off-speed pitch, we're balanced enough where we can at least have a handsy swing to find the barrel, and we're still working right back up the middle. Work between right center and left center gap. We're trying to hit a line drive right back up the middle. We're controlling our effort. We're shortening our swing maybe with slightly choked up. But having all of those pieces tied in together will give you an effective 2-strike approach. We're swinging at more strikes. We're taking more balls. And even though our effort level is down and we're trading in the driver for the pitching wedge, we're finding the barrel more often, and you'll find that you're going to still do damage. But I want you to understand that our ability to be able to put the ball in play and not just swing and miss and take the same swing every time is huge, right? If you are just a big swinger, one-trick pony type person, you're easy to pitch to. But if you have a little hitability to you and you're not afraid to change in the different golf clubs, right? Driver to 7-iron to pitching wedge, it makes you a very difficult hitter to pitch to. Plus, you put a lot more pressure on that defense when you put balls in play. So this is my thought for 2-strike approach. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Now, if you want to be part of a community where you can get your baseball questions answered and talk baseball with others that share your same passion for the game, check out our Inner Circle community. That's where we share new videos, drills, and updates where we don't post anywhere else. It's a great way to grow and sharpen your game. Keep working hard, and I'll see you in the next video.